Are you struggling with traffic? Traffic AI is just too bad, but I have a solution for you. Just don't allow any cars. If everyone's walking, there can't be traffic. Here's the story of how I built a pedestrian-only city. Take any map. The concept is quite simple. First, build a grid. Build a train station in the center. Connect it up to the main train lines. Make sure to add connections in both directions. Add a rail yard. Set up a passenger railway line from the train station all the way out to the outside. Start zoning as much as you can or as much as you want. Maybe even get in some symmetry to make it look nice. Speed up the time to the maximum and watch the city grow. Of course, you also need basic services. You will need a lot of them. So just build everything double. Sewage, electricity, and maybe even education. And now you can watch trains arriving with tons of people who all want to move into the city, and they will all be walking. No cars around. That's quite nice, isn't it? Each train is currently bringing 100 people each. That's a lot, and they are all going to pay taxes. But they also need a job. And of course, we don't want industry somewhere here in our residential area. So let's build industry here at the edge of the map. Same playbook as before, build a grid, add a train station, even add a cargo train terminal. Make sure to connect all the rail infrastructure, just like that. Add a new route, first for passengers, then for cargo as well. Zone a bunch of industry area all around. Make sure to connect up electricity as well as the utilities. That should make all of them happy. We even have a cargo train arriving here. Let's check it out. Currently it's empty, but soon it will be filled. Checking back in on our city, we see that still tons of people are arriving, but people are unhappy because there are not enough services. Let's get in a crematorium as well as a medical clinic. What are these cars doing? Why are you just circling around? What's up with that? Gathering, returning. You're picking them up out of nowhere. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, I don't complain, but that's quite interesting. At least the medical clinic is working correctly so far. Then we need police and a fire department and just maybe another cargo train terminal for the cargo to get into the city from the industrial area. And there's one passing. This time it's filled with all the goods you could ask for. This is connected up now as well, and it gets a cargo line from this hub all the way back here. Just like that, our city is looking up. We have a lot of industry zoning in. Our downtown area is growing. So is the population, 500 a week moving in. Low unemployment, but happiness isn't too good yet. For that, let's throw in some parks, a football stadium and a soccer field. Then we have some problems with trash collection. We can fix that with an incarceration plant. Nice thing, it also produces electricity. We can connect that up to our grid. Our total energy production is even 150 megawatts. That's a lot. We're even making 330k exporting electricity. And it looks like we're far from being profitable. But with the tons of people I'm expecting here to move in, and we can really see it, there's droves of people just walking around moving in. We should have that fixed in no time. Let's throw in a quick time lapse. And just like that, we're already up to 7,000 inhabitants. We're low on water. That's something we can easily fix. And people are complaining about not having enough customers. I guess let's throw in some medium density as well. Some more area for skyscrapers and maybe even a bit of space for row housing. If people decide that that's what they want to live in, you can do that. In the industry area, we can always expand as well. Let's quickly check in right here. Everything looks really busy. There's already the next train coming. That's great. We even have a few offices zoning in. Those are great because they give tons of money in taxation. Let's speed the entire process up by reducing residential tax to 0. That should really increase the speed in which people are moving in, as long as we're not limited by the space of each train. This train is now coming with 500 people inside. That's almost full. but there's still more space, and 500 people each train, that's plenty for sure. And the situation of not having enough customers should be solved quite soon. Let's get more incentives to move in by fixing our mail system. Let's throw in some post offices in multiple locations, then set up mailboxes, of course, so people can really get rid of their post. The same thing can be done in the industry area. That should make people quite happy very soon. It's still unreliable -7. Now it's going down to -6. And all the traffic we do have is cargo trucks driving around, which is a good thing because they're all productive, and I hope there at no point they will be so many that they will clog up all the streets, but we will see. The next problem which we can fix is unreliable internet connection. Let's throw in a telecom tower. That should make people happy and everything turns green, of course. And just like that, we are also profitable, barely, but all the services are at 100%. We could save a lot of money here as well, but we're not doing so for now. The city is continuing to grow fast. I'm tempted to even increase the vehicle count on the route to the outside connection. Maybe this will lead to more people coming in, but we already passed 17K. One problem we might face soon though is education. So for now, let's throw in a high school. We already have 2 elementary schools that are closing in on capacity. But the nice thing is we can upgrade them, and we can see there's still a lot of stuff being built, and there's just tons of people walking around everywhere, which is great because it means there's no traffic. I mean, imagine all these people being cars. That would be a massive traffic jam, and like that we have an amazing scenery with mountains in the background. I mean, that's amazing, no? And all these people here are waiting to catch a train to go to work. There it comes. They're all going to work. That's quite a lot of people, 200 of them. Oh, and it looks like over there they're missing water. So let's throw in more water towers. And they also want an ambulance. We don't have any facilities here yet, but that's something we can change, just like that. Now you can have ambulances available, and you already zoned everything here with industry. So let's expand it even further. Let's just zone everything in this square here. So it's a giant industry area. At some point, maybe this one train station might not be sufficient, but we'll fix that when that point comes. And other things we have to fix are right here, waiting for a hearse. We only have 1 crematorium right now. That's at maximum capacity. That means it needs to process people faster. I added that upgrade, and now I'm spending the rest of my money on another crematorium that goes right here. Oh, and there's a tornado. Good thing it didn't hit our city. We're lucky. This crematorium is doing the same thing as the other one before, just cycling cars around. I mean, what are you doing? Like, you having fun? Is this a fun activity? Just cycling around? Maybe it's some sort of ritual. I don't know, but okay. At least our people are happy to the maximum. Just a tiny hit on small homes. I guess that's what happens with high density. And unreliable healthcare coverage. I guess that's true. We just have this one small clinic. But the thing is, we don't have too much money available. I guess we're making a good profit. I'd really like to get a hospital, and we can very easily get a loan. Let's just take 6 mil, throw the hospital right here, and even add a helipad just for the flex. Oh, that means we're already losing money, but hopefully we'll make it up very, very soon. Then throw in another crematorium. Apparently this one is already full. Increase the processing speed with upgrades, and by stats we still need more. So let's throw in 2 more right here, upgrade them as well with the processing speed, because I think that's the limitation. They're just filled to the brim. I mean, there's 70 here of 20, and only that barely fills our handling capacity. So let's just add 2 more with the same upgrades, and I think this is getting expensive. Well, but we're also making tons of money, and I think this hospital is also doing a really good job. I'm not sure if this helicopter will be in action soon. Oh yeah, there it's flying. It didn't even crash into a building. Very nice helicopter trip just down the street, but it's good that our investment is being used. And look at this downtown. Just such a high density, but that's really, really good. And we're even getting more demand from it, because apparently we're filled all the way up, so let's zone more high density, some mixed use and some medium density just to taper it out. At the end I want it to look good after all, but this should give enough space for now. And then we can zone another block of high density right here with more office buildings, commercial and some more mixed use. Kind of symmetrical, maybe that will look nice. And that instantly puts us out of water again. We really need a ton of these water towers. Let's just fill it up all the way so we have it quiet for a while. I must say this kind of looks nice as well, and quite crazy that we even need all this water. Our city's still growing incredibly fast, around 1,000 to 2,000 people an hour, but the trains are still not fully packed. But of course we also have more trains on this route as well. And a lot of people are driving around here with vans, buying stuff, electronics. That's a good thing. And all these new houses being built. Let's give them a shorter way to the train station. We can let them cross over these tracks. Look at this bridge. That's quite nice. And people will use it for sure. And this is a heck of a busy train station, man. Look at all these people just using it all the time. And there's the next train coming, and the next one is already waiting there, and the next one's coming. We might already be well over capacity for the singular train station. Look at this. That's really, really nice. Great to see. And now we face electricity bottlenecks. That's interesting. Maybe let's throw in another transformer station over here. Connect up the power cables. That fixes it. And in terms of electricity, we're not even producing enough anymore. I mean, this station is doing 12 megawatts. This one is doing 170. Apparently that's not enough. We can upgrade this to produce more electricity. Now it's doing 280. That solves our production for now. But I guess that soon we might need a nuclear power plant if we had the money for it. Or maybe we can throw in a solar plant right here in the industry area for now. Connect it up with the high power lines. 150 megawatts is not too bad. And just like that, we hit 50,000 inhabitants. And the funny thing is, we never had to worry about a single bit of traffic. The most traffic we have is like this train traffic right here. And these pedestrians are no problem. Next up, we need more sewage capacity. Now it's just about expanding it way further. Let's throw in 2 more of these. And then we have even more industry demand. Let's try to provide that with a small extension to our industry area. Everything is just zoning in so quickly. And we're just growing very, very easily without any problems. That's so nice. And look at this train station over here. Also so many people that want stuff. Oh, what happened here? Maybe you burnt down and I don't have a fire station over here. That could be a problem, but it's a problem we can fix with another city firehouse. Good thing there isn't much traffic for you to get through anyway. And there's someone who's dead. Let's throw in a crematorium. That should solve things. Now I'm just gonna zone a tiny bit more, keeping the center here free for larger buildings, maybe university or something. Throwing in a bunch more commercial. And now I'm just gonna wait and hope to pay off the loan that we still have, about 6 million. See if we can pay it off. And if something major happens, I just saw a healthcare thingy pop up. Let's throw in another medical clinic just because we can. And even give it the upgrades. It fits really nice in the square, and I guess it can provide a large amount of service. Yeah, if something interesting happens, I'll cut back to you, but apart from that, I'll just see if I can repay my loan. I mean, we're making 3 mil a month, so it should be quite quick. It doesn't look like too drastic changes in the city, but we're already up to 75k, and I actually realized I need to fix something because garbage is piling up at the solar power station. I'm just realizing that this area doesn't have any garbage processing, but that also means that industry area is not producing garbage. It runs at 115% efficiency. Why doesn't a dairy farm, or this is a timber company, this is a chemical company, why do they not produce garbage? This makes no sense. They should produce more garbage than a normal house, no? That's weird. So this solar power plant will get its own trash facility, a recycling center, and they will probably just be driving only to the station, that's fine. And while we're at it, of course, we're running out of space for industry buildings again. Since it's apparently working so well, let's expand the area even further. And it looks like there's some sort of cable in the ground here. Yeah, it's the high voltage power cable. Let's make sure to run it underground, and that allows us to add even more industry in this area. Just spam it all the way. I think it will have no problem filling. And other demand sliders are going up as well. For one, offices, let's squeeze them in here. And then there's even more demand for commercial, which I think is a bit of overkill. I mean, look at all this commercial area for this tiny bit of residential, but we can do it. Let's also throw it in right here behind the school, and maybe even a bit more mixed use, because I really love how these buildings look. All this truck traffic here. It's really nice to see, and it's working quite well. All these people are getting the things that they need. Mail handling is going well. People are happy. I'm making tons of money that I can now even pay back. We're up to 5 mil a month. And remember, we're not even charging for residential tax. We can pay back a bunch more. And it looks like we don't have enough trains because this facility has only 10 trains. We can add an extra train though, just like that. That problem should be solved. Yes, we have plenty of trains. And now the next milestone is 100,000 inhabitants. I'm wondering why there's standing so many here on this train track. It looks like that the train going to the industry area might be full. It's running at 101% capacity. We can double the amount of trains running on this ride. Maybe this will help. I hope it won't make the line too busy with all the cargo going here as well. I mean, it's only one track after all. Oh, and there's a fire. But we should have a fire station here, right? Let's take a look if it will manage to destroy the fire. Yeah, it's driving around all these pedestrians, then puts out the fire. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, these things are working well. Let's check in back on this line 2 that's going to the industry. This train looks like it will be filled as well. Yep. But the next train should boon as well. Let's check out the next train. It's coming back with 200 people and it's clearing out all the traffic right here. Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, look at all these people walking. And this is like not because people are moving in only. This is just happening all the time. That's pretty funny. What are these people queuing for? They just all want to go to the middle of the street to walk in either direction. I guess that's fine. And, oh, yeah, like, I see you're stopping, but I don't think that's how that's supposed to work. Yeah, but like, this must be the most busy train station in the world right now. How about we give it station service for more comfort? Why not? And at some point we could add a subway, but I mean, everyone's walking, that's fine with me. And there's not a single car in the city. How nice. Oh, and it looks like the incoming trains are fully packed now. That means the speed in which people are moving in the city is bottlenecked by the amount of people that can fit into a train. That's something we need to fix, and I'm going to fix it right away because I really want more people moving in faster. Let's get another train station, put it right here. And then in terms of train tracks, I am going to run it to another outside connection right here. That should allow us to get in more people, connect up the route all the way to the outside. And we also need to connect the rail systems because otherwise I can't get trains here. That should do it. What a nice intersection. And that means we should have another train line. And here it comes with a fully packed train. So it's really worth it. And it's winter by now, so everything is looking shit. But that's something we can't do anything about. Please, Paradox, please fix the winter. But what we can do is pay off our loan fully. We're now making 7 mil a month. And we just hit 100k population. That's really, really nice. And we are still growing incredibly fast. Trains are driving, services are bustling, trash trucks are driving around. Everything is looking up. I mean, we're already back to 2 million. 7 mil profit a month is just really crazy. Also, usage on these train lines is pretty insanely good. If we charged more for this, we would also make so much more money. But that's not what we do. What we have to do though is fix healthcare. There's still so many problems popping up everywhere. let's expand this area so we can extend the grid even a bit further. We now have a whole new area. Taking a look at healthcare, we need to throw in a few more crematoriums. 2 on each side should be fine. And I'm really recommending these processing speed upgrades because otherwise they will eventually run full. Then if I take a look at education, we are really running short of that. Let's fix that. Let's make a giant education campus. Let's start with a technical university. Check out how it looks. Not too crazy, but I guess that's fine. We can even throw on a bunch of upgrades later down the line. But then we also need a college that fills university and college requirements. High school is a bottleneck. Let's throw in one as well. Oh, that was another college, I think. High schools were way under capacity. Let's throw in another modern high school. We could even fit one in right here. That fills our demand for now, but I'm not happy yet. Let's get in another one. And then elementary school, we also need more. 1, 2, and a third one up here. We're still not close to what we need, but we can upgrade these and maybe even add more later. But for now, the school district looks really sick. Let's add a modern art museum, a park, another park over here. Let's connect through with a path just like that. And this is now a really beautiful area. Let's fill it with trees all the way. We don't have much green area in this city. I think this is mainly the only one. So let's make sure it's nice. But then of course we need to zone to fill the demand, a bit of commercial, a lot of high residential around it, offices, even more offices, mixed use, and probably even more commercial, just so everyone's happy. And then I see the entire industry area is filled again. That's pretty crazy. It's all industry. I mean, look at this picture. Kind of funny. I wonder if this train station is already at capacity. I don't think so. There's not tons of people waiting here. Does everyone here have employees? Yes. So people are getting here. That's all that's needed. There's one dead person here. How did you die here? I mean, kind of sus. Just like that, we have another really busy train station. Look at all these people. I mean, what is this? What are you doing? Did you see Jesus? I mean, this view is pretty insane, you have to be honest. Just don't allow any cars. If everyone's walking, there can't be traffic. I mean, great, we're at 150,000 population. We have a large unemployment, but that's because we need to zone more of this industry area, which is already massive. We're making 12 mil a month. And the thing is, our entire city has no problems at all. Like, there's not even a single indicator about anything. That's pretty insane. So if you struggle with traffic, this is the ultimate solution. Let me know if you want to see me grow the city to 500,000 or even 1 million in population. I think it could be done quite easily. I don't know what challenges should appear. I don't think any would. And with that, enjoy one last train ride through the city.